Hey, welcome to Never a Dull Moment. I'm Greg, and as always, my voice is going. And I've been trying to talk over this amazing crowd at the Blade Show. We've got Greer with us.
Howdy.
And this is the Lansky guided, angled, controlled sharpening system. And for those of us hand sharpeners who've never gotten into this, and if you're just new to sharpening and you don't really know what to do, he's going to show us how to use this foolproof system. He's going to let us know how it works, how we use it, and on what knives and types of steels we can use this on. Take it away, sir.
Absolutely. So most people are probably more familiar with your traditional style Arkansas stones or synthetic water stones. This is the same kind of concept. It is an abrasive stone that is linked to a rod with kind of a contoured handle. So let's back up one moment though before we get to use that kind of stone. We have a little base here which holds this clamp system. Now what this is just two screws that hold kind of an arm onto a knife by preferably a flat part towards the spine. It sits right here on that little notch, and you have multiple holes here which are going to be different angles, whether 17, 20, 25, or 30. In this particular knife today, I've been working at about a 25. You can put that rod through there, and that's going to allow the stone to rest evenly at that angle on the edge.
Can I pause for 2 seconds?
Absolutely.
Just ask, I noticed the little wobble. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Is that going to matter? I know the knife is moving with the wobble.
Yes.
So
that's not going to affect
design?
anything too much. That's because it's actually going to be super easy to use it freehand as well. That just gives you some kind of stability should you want it.
Okay.
Now, if you push pressure, that was kind of one of the biggest things I was concerned about, is how much pressure can you apply to actually abrade your steel. And as you can see, I'm going to the point where I start to basically white knuckle it, and we're not moving.
Nice.
Thankfully, it's tight enough. And there's no room for this to move vertically in that channel, only side to side. So that's going to give you a little more maneuverability, but it's not going to sacrifice that angle at all. So once you're flat on there, no matter how you move it, even if you tilt it back and forth, your angle is set. And then of course you can move it just like you would your standard stone, whether you want to do
that heel to tip always.
Honestly, you can do it however you want. So you can do heel to tip, you can do tip to heel, you can move up, you can move down, you can move side to side. The great thing about this kit in particular is it's diamond grit, so there's no real grain structure you have to follow.
You don't have to worry about dishing on the stone.
Correct. So for those of you that are not familiar with diamond stone versus your more traditional synthetic water stone, these would be an abrasive that would usually require water or oil to not immediately chip away. These modern stones are significantly more abrasive, and they don't require water or oil, and they're super easy to clean. The trade-off is just that you have to keep them dry because
they cost more.
They do cost a bit more, usually on average about double the cost, depending on the manufacturer, but they last significantly longer. At the store I work at in particular, you can get through almost a calendar year's worth of sharpening a dozen knives a day before you have to replace one of these.
You say you do this dry?
I do this dry. No water, no oil, just as you see here. And of course, normally you'd start with your coarsest stone and work your way up. I've been doing this all morning, so I'm already at the fine stone. But whether you want to do what I'm calling the jackhammer here, where you just move up and down across, or straight across, back and forth, or the heel, I'll let you be the judge after I've kind of been working with it all day.
I saw your Band-Aid.
Yes, I have cut myself twice today already, and I poked the back of my hand.
Yes. And go ahead and look at the bevel that you can see on the knife, the consistency. So if you don't naturally make scratches while using it, you don't have to worry about adding scratches during the sharpening system.
Not at all.
Unless you're just loading the stone in and you happen to touch it with the stone.
Yeah.
And then I saw you said you could use it free-handed, so you can literally put that in there, walk around, watch the game.
So I mean, if you're in the field, especially people camping, or if you're having a cookout, whatever, and you're not in a place where you can mount it to a bench or a table, you can just stick it in there as you're going, hold it, and you actually get almost a little bit more stability, because you are only fighting the weight of your own hand. And then same thing, you can flip it back around, toss it in, and keep moving. Now, of course, it's always good to have a ceramic anyways, because, even if you're getting to a fine grit, there's still going to be a couple of that, those teeth, little micro tears down at the very bottom, and it's good to always clean that up.
Nice.
But after that, got a good edge. And this is coming from the guy, I did learn, just so you do know, I'm not one of those people who is necessarily bound to doing it by a any kind of fixed angle system. I did learn initially to do it by hand at a more or less a 20 degree. And on this diamond stone, it's the same kind of thing, synthetic or lab-grown diamonds, whichever vernacular you'd rather have, as I nearly slide that into my thumb.
Don't need an accident on the show. We'll lose our YouTube channel.
But as you can see, no water or oil. And as long as I'm, controlled, same idea.
Wow. All right, so to get into this type of system, what kind of price point are we looking at?
So if you want to do your traditional synthetic stones, you're looking at about $60 for a kit, which comes with 4 grits as well as a serrated one, little triangular looking bit there. If you're going to do your diamond grit, we sell this one. It has a extra coarse, medium, and fine grit for $115.
You did not get yourself.
I did not. Very close.
We both saw that. So the V'd one for the serrated edge, that literally, so when you've got the serrated edge knife, you just go in between there with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can channel it out just like you would anything. Truthfully, I prefer something with a tapered edge like this, because then you can kind of get in there and chisel out a little bit more efficiently. But really, any kind of mode works.
And this tool that you have in your hand, is that something else you guys make? What do we got going on?
So this is another type of, has the 2 little V cutters, for lack of a better way to put it. Another little serrated ceramic there. And then this is actually a little diamond grit file, so you can use either one to fix your serrations.
Very good. So you got something for your pocket when you're out in the field, those tight places, and don't want to carry the whole system.
100%.
If you're new to sharpening and you don't know how to get the proper angle, for $60, you can go ahead and get into sharpening, take care of your equipment, not scratch the edges of your very nice knife. If you get into it more, you want to invest a little more, you have some money to spend, the diamonds are definitely an upgrade. It'll help your high-end steels, your magnet cuts, the super
100%.
steels, things that are out there now, and those high-end EDC knives that I haven't gotten into yet. We do have a wife that we have to account for.
For sure.
And so this is everything that you guys make, and this will cover everything.
This is not our full product line, what you see on this table here. This is just what I've brought with me. But yeah, primarily synthetic modern stones, diamond grit stones, ceramics, and kind of those puck style things, and really easy to use sharpeners as well.
All right, well, this again was the 2023 Blade Show, the Lansky System. If you guys haven't looked at anything, this is the best way to get started. Freehand comes a little later, a little Renaissance nuance kind of a thing. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Giving us the time.
Absolutely.
Keep checking back for more content. God bless.